Hi guys, Yanis here from SKAN Heating. This video is to show you how we can convert an vented system to unvented system. In this video we will speak only for the boiler and the FNE tank. Let's crack on. Oh yes, by the way, this video is dedicated for one of my subscribers with his name is Raz. Raz, thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much for the comment, and thank you so much for asking me to show you that video. Let's crack on. Right. Let's start first of all to explain what we have here, and then we will go how we can convert that to unvented system. Any central heating system, in order to work, needs the boiler, which is the main heating source. We need the circulation pump, we need the valve diverter. This is the 3-port valve diverter. A position, letter A position, is this one we're dealing with the central heating. B position is the position which is dealing with the hot water system. And of course on the system we have flow and the return. As you already know, or maybe don't know, doesn't really matter, the FNE tank, which means feed and expansion tank, we have to fit it before the circulation pump. Otherwise, if we fit after the circulation pump, we will circulate water from the vent. As a result, if the boiler calls from heat, straight away the system push the water, let's say to A for heating, go to the flow through the radiators and go back to the return and back to the boiler and make this cycle on and on and on until the two things, the thermostat cut off or the internal temperature of the water reaches the maximum temperature and just keep circulating. If we want to do this system unvented, we have to remove simply the open expansion tank. Let's do it then. All we have to do is just go in here and cap this point, cap this point, cap this point with a cold feed, and this bit here, it will disappear. What we have to fit in this situation? Now if we have, always we have expansions, and in order to comply with the regulations, we have to fit an expansion vessel. Let's put the expansion vessel here. The expansion vessel, in order to calculate the size of the expansion vessel, for any installation up to 10 radiators, I think it's okay to use 12 liters. We can use even bigger, but 12 is fine. There is a certain formulas we can do that, but let's don't do that tonight. And then uncap this point. And connect the expansion vessel. The expansion vessel has a diaphragm inside here, which is the top bit full of air and the bottom bit full of water. Let's make the water with the blue dots. When the temperature on the water getting high, what's happened? The size of the water getting bigger, and the expansion vessel push the diaphragm up. When the heating system getting cold, the diaphragm going down, and we keep the balance of the pressure because of the expansion vessel. And on top here is the valve we can charge the expansion vessel, the air valve. And we finish with the balance of the system. Now we have to feed a filling loop in order to feed the system. We're gonna take the cold in here and we're gonna connect here. Let's uncap the systems here. and we are here and here, and we will connect the filling loop. How do we know now what's the pressure? Because the pressure is not good to exceed the 3 bar, because then we're going to damage the system. As a result, we have to fit here a water pressure gauge to let us know what's the pressure in the system. And then we have to have 2 valves here. And the flexible pipe. And the last bit we need is just to put somewhere on the system a pressure relief pipe valve, which we will fit this valve, why not, on the return system here. And this one, if discharged, that's gonna go outside on the wall. This discharge pipe is 3 bar maximum pressure. Let's put it on here. Pressure relief valve. And with this simple way, we managed to convert the old gravity fed system, heating system, the boiler, from vented to unvented. What's the privilege to do that? First of all, we don't have losses, heating losses, because we have an open point into the attic. Secondly, we reduce significantly the corrosion of the system because the water does not come in the connection of the oxygen. And of course, for me, if we have any airlocks, it's much more easier to get rid of the airlocks with that configuration. I would like to go one more step and show you how we can convert the unvented hot water cylinder to vented. The vented hot water cylinder to unvented. It is also simple, but we have to start also from the bottom. The cylinder we're gonna use now has to be unvented hot water cylinder. And of course we have to get rid completely from the tank. On our system now, we have to connect here a pressure reducer. Then we have to connect one-way valve. Then we have to connect an expansion vessel. In this case, I'm not gonna make it red, but I'm gonna make it blue, the expansion vessel. And also we need here to add a TP, temperature and pressure release valve, TPR, which is going to discharge, and expansion valve, which is going to discharge as well in case if we exceed, for example, the 6 bar. Another valve, let's call that expansion valve, and this one, it will be discharged as well outside. So in order to convert that system, we need cold water portable expansion vessel, combination valve, because sometimes those valves are combination, and special unvented hot water cylinder. For my opinion, again, it's really critical to have unvented hot water cylinders, not because the regulations, because can you imagine what's happening in the attic on your water, how many bacteria grow up there, how exposed is the water which actually cook, do your wash your body or your teeth. That is the little sketch how we can convert a system from gravity fed to unvented hot water cylinder. Any questions, any concerns, please feel free to give me a message directly underneath on the comments. Thank you so much one more time for your watching. I will really appreciate to leave a like, to make a like, to subscribe, share why not this video with other friends if you think they're gonna interesting, and leave a little comment. Thank you so much.